Hi Capricorn, welcome to your May Astrology Horoscope forecast. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, I talk everything around astrology and tarot. To know more about my work, you may visit my website tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Capricornians, we are in midst of eclipse season and Jupiter is also going to be changing signs. Jupiter changes signs once every year and it is quite a biggie because everything that Jupiter tends to touch, it expands. As per Greek mythology, Jupiter is also known as Zeus, the god of sky. He's the benefactor, he's the giver, he's the provider. So Jupiter is an extremely, I wouldn't say auspicious, but he is somebody who really brings around the goodies. And this happens once every year. And the latter part of the month, we have Mercury, which has been retrograde, and it will go direct starting 15th. So try and finish or try and complete whatever that needs to get completed till the 15th. And post the 15th is the time that you should start things again, whether there's a new job, a new relationship, getting married, signing a contract, do all of that post 15th. On the 5th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of groups of friends. These are the people whom you consider your tribe. They share your goals, your visions. And this entire month, your house of friends, which is diagonally opposite to the house of love, romance, and creativity, both of them are lit up. And this eclipse is going to be highlighting on things like what is it that makes you unique. It could be a wake-up call for you to seize the day and also not neglect your creative gifts. You may be creatively expressing yourself, either that's a solo venture that you want to have, or it could be a collaboration that you could be thinking about. And for a lot of you, you may experience acknowledging the need for recognition and setting out on a path that uses your talents. Perhaps this could also mean for some of you that you're turning what you love into your passion. So something which could have been, maybe you just paint as a hobby and now you realize that that is something that you want to do professionally as well. And you need to be taking a little gamble with your heart this month, Capricornians, as careful as you are with everything, doing the pro and the con exercise constantly. I think this is a time wherein that you need to be looking at what is it that really moves you, what are your passion projects, what is it that you really enjoy doing, and try and seeing as to how it is that you can convert it into a full-time job. Eclipses also, when they come into our sector of friendships, then this is a time that we can find that our attention is moving more towards our friends, people we network with or of a wider circle. And also it can be in certain cases you will find yourself again sifting and moving away from certain groups of friends because you just feel that there is nothing that you can relate to, and why is it that you're wasting your time with those people. And also you can meet some odd characters as well during this transit, or you could also reveal your own strange inclinations or fascination during this time. And I think you are going to feel more free to say what it is that you or how it is that you feel, Capricornians. Now both these houses, house of creativity and friendships, they urge us to make a name for ourselves depending on our own natural gifts that are there. And also they're going to be bringing your attention to the social networks and causes, and it can be that you can in certain cases literally break away from certain friendships because you'll just find that you do not have this similar, whether it is vision or values or even thought process. On the 8th, we have Venus and Mars that is getting together in your house of partnerships, both personal as well as professional. And this is a lovely transit. There could be a heightened desire to be with your partner more physically, rather than sort of just for those of you who are not living together. This could just mean, that the lack of that, the physical presence could really sort of pinch you during this time. And also for a lot of you, this could, In some cases, you could also be idolizing romance and relationship. There's almost this sense of nostalgic regret that is there on maybe certain decisions that you didn't take earlier. And but overall, this is a good aspect for any creative pursuit. So if you, and especially if it involves any kind of a physical activity, so whether it is dancing, whether it is sculpting or pottery or doing anything with your hand, even baking, that is going to sort of really invigorate you. On the 15th, we have Mercury that goes direct in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And Mercury went retrograde on the 22nd, and till the 15th, try and ensure, especially because it is there in your house of children, creativity, and love, that you, any major decision that you need to do it post the 15th. Till the 15th, try and complete things, whether it need, your whether things need to get repaired, whether you need to do a research paper, whether you need to be redoing something, do all of that till the 15th. And post 15th is a time wherein that you can begin things. On the 17th, we have Jupiter that is joining Taurus in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And it's a time of expansion, Capricornians. And on the 19th, we have a new moon that is there in the same house. So this entire house is beautifully lit up for you. You will... and it's going to be there for a year, Jupiter. So starting April, 17th of April, it's going to be there till about the next May 2024. So your fair share of fun, romance, and good times are in store for you, and you're going to be especially imaginative. You'll find yourself that you're being very humorous, and your self-expression is quite quirky, and people are naturally quite drawn to you. And creative projects as well are going to fare quite well for you and could possibly bring some type of recognition or reward for you. Love and romance may enter your life during this time, or it could just get enhanced by good humor, warmth, and social engagements. For those of you who are single, it's a fabulous time to be meeting or it is likely that you could meet someone really special during this time. And although necessarily this person may not be the partnership material, so not professionally, but yes, somebody whom you can really hang around and have a good time, or even be in a relationship with, you could be feeling quite free from responsibilities when this transit is happening, and it's going to allow you to have a good time, let your hair down. And for those of you who invest in stocks or other speculative matters, this is also a time where you could see that you're earning good profit, and healthy risks are likely to pay off during this time. But do be careful about being overconfident, especially as far as speculative investments are concerned. Relationship with your children, they could especially be fulfilling during this time, and it can be for those of you who have been thinking of having a baby, that you could be pregnant during this time. And it's a fabulous year to be taking a vacation to a place that you've been wanting to forever. So those with artistic or athletic talent, they can especially be prolific and prosperous during this time, and your creative and social life, that's going to get really stimulated this year. And so there are plenty of opportunities that you're going to be having, Capricornians, to express yourself uniquely and also be creative. You are also going to find a lot of joy in and reward as far as your creative projects and hobbies are concerned. And you could also discover previously hidden talent for a particular craft during this time. So any kind of pleasure seeking activities, recreation and amusement, they are going to get increased with this phase, and you're going to be feeling far less inhibited when it comes to expressing yourself creatively, and you're going to be quite fun to hang around during this time, Capricornians. We close the month on the 21st with Mars, that is going to be moving into your house of joint finances, resources, sexuality, and transformation. So Mars is going to, whenever Mars moves through, in fact, any sector, it brings about a lot of activity, a lot of movement. So there could be a lot of commercial activity. Maybe you are thinking about, your attention is drawn towards joint finances, and also by elimination of old living conditions and the creation of new ones. So fundamentally, the impulses of conflicts of ego, whether they are subtle or they are obvious, it's possibility that they could interfere with negotiations or relationship contracts that are carried out during this time. For some of you, you may feel the urgency, that can cause you impatience, accompanied by a concern of how others value you, and you could be interested in knowing exactly what others have. There's going to be the sense of, I'm not just happy knowing as to what is it that I have got. I need to know exactly what is it that the other person is making as well, or how is it that the other partner is benefiting. In addition, in certain cases, there can be an intense need to have an intimate contact, or you could be seeking more intimacy in your relationship as well, and you will have the capacity to transform yourself. Maybe patterns that you have been struggling with, and this is also the house where transformation is, it gets more easier to do, or to try and work on ourselves. So you will find that you are able to let go of old patterns or old habits that may have been niggling you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Capricornians. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.